You won't believe how much this Lincoln Wheat Penny is really worth. Some collectors are paying thousands. Could you be holding a hidden fortune? Stay tuned as HD Old Coins 51 uncovers the rarest dates, valuable errors, and secret tips to spot a jackpot in your pocket change. Episode 1. Imagine holding a single penny, just one. Now imagine that penny is worth more than a brand new luxury car. Not just any penny, but the legendary 1951 Lincoln Wheat Penny from a proof set. Yes, you heard that right. 1 cent, turning heads at auctions and shocking even seasoned coin collectors across the United States. In today's video, we're diving deep into the world of the 1951 American Lincoln Wheat Penny, one of the most underestimated yet outrageously valuable coins ever minted. Stay tuned, because this is not just a story about a coin. This is about rarity, perfection, hidden treasures, and jaw-dropping profits. Collectors, investors, and treasure hunters alike, you are in for a golden surprise. Let's begin the journey. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series, running from 1909 to 1958, is packed with historic treasures. But the year 1951? That's a whole different level. Especially when we're talking about the proof coins, the high-quality, mirror-like version struck especially for collectors by the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia. Proof coins are never meant for circulation. They are special editions, struck with extra care using polished dies on specially prepared planchets. Every detail is razor-sharp. The shine is mirror-like. And the rarity? Off the charts. In 1951, only 57,500 proof sets were made. That might sound like a lot, but many of those were lost, damaged, or broken apart. Finding a 1951 proof penny in flawless, untouched condition today? That's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Now, picture this. You're digging through an old family drawer, flipping through inherited coin albums, or browsing a dusty flea market table. There it is, a glint of copper. You pick it up, flip it. Lincoln's profile looks crisp. The fields are flawless. No nicks, no scratches, no discoloration. This isn't just any penny. This could be the 1951 proof wheat penny, worth tens of thousands of dollars. You might ask, what makes this penny so valuable? What transforms 1 cent into a life-changing payday? It all comes down to condition. In the world of coin collecting, perfection is king. Collectors look for what's called a deep cameo or ultra cameo finish proof coins with a dramatic contrast between the frosted design and the glossy background. These are the coins that bring auction rooms to a standstill. And among them, the 1951 Lincoln Wheat Penny is a superstar. Let's talk facts. In 2021, one of these beauties in deep cameo perfection sold for a jaw-dropping amount. And it didn't stop there. Prices kept climbing. Today, a genuine 1951 Lincoln Wheat Penny from the original proof set, preserved in perfect, pristine condition, is selling for tens of thousands of dollars. But here's the catch. Only a tiny handful have survived in such pristine form. That's what makes them rare. That's what makes collectors battle over them. And that's what makes you the luckiest person alive, if you happen to own one. Now, let's turn the spotlight onto grading. That's the magic scale that transforms a coin's value from a few cents to a fortune. Graded by professionals on a 70-point scale, a 1951 proof penny scoring a perfect 68 or 69, especially with a DCM or cameo designation, skyrockets in value. These coins are locked in vaults, auctioned in elite rooms, or listed on collector marketplaces for small fortunes. So the big question is, could you be holding one of the rarest and most expensive pennies in America? That old coin set in your attic, that inherited proof penny from Grandpa's collection, it could be more than sentimental. It could be worth a new car, a college education, or a down payment on a house. Here's what to do. If you find a 1951 proof Lincoln penny, don't clean it. Don't touch the surface. Handle it carefully by the edges and get it certified by a trusted grading service like PCGS or NGC. That small investment could turn your coin into the next auction headline. So, what is the real-world value of a 1951 Lincoln Wheat Penny from a proof set in pristine condition? Hold on to your seat. Because right now, the top-graded examples of the 1951 proof Lincoln Wheat Penny are being valued at $35,000 to $55,000. Yes, 35,000 to 55,000 US dollars for a single penny. It's time to check your coin jars, dig through those proof sets, and hunt down the hidden treasures. The next lucky find might be closer than you think. And remember, in the world of rare coins, even a penny can change your life. If you enjoyed this journey into coin collecting's most valuable secrets, smash that like button, subscribe to HD Old Coins 51, and share this video with your fellow treasure hunters. You never know who's holding the next fortune in their pocket. Do you have a 1951 proof penny? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your story. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting. Episode 2. Imagine owning a tiny piece of copper that could change your life. A coin that looks ordinary at first glance, yet hides a story worth tens of thousands of dollars. You might have one sitting in your old coin jar, passed down from a grandparent, or buried deep in a forgotten drawer. But not just any penny. We're talking about the legendary 1952 Lincoln Wheat Penny with mint mark, straight from a proof set. And yes, this specific coin has sold for as much as $55,000. Now hold on. Why would someone pay that kind of money for a single penny? Let's dive into the electrifying world of rare coins, coin collecting secrets, and what makes the 1952 Lincoln Wheat cent with mint mark from a proof set one of the most hunted, most misunderstood, and most wanted coins in American numismatic history. Back in 1952, the United States was booming post-World War II. The economy was rising, families were growing, and coins were being minted by the millions. But not all coins are created equal. While everyday circulation pennies rolled off the presses by the ton, there were a select few, just a few, that were specially made for collectors and VIPs. These were proof coins. And unlike ordinary coins that are made quickly for mass use, proof coins are struck with extra care, using polished dies and specially treated planchets. The result? A coin with mirror-like surfaces, razor-sharp details, and a stunning finish that collectors crave. The 1952 Lincoln Wheat Penny with mint mark and proof is especially rare. Here's why. Proof coins in that year were only made in Philadelphia, meaning they should technically have no mint mark. So when a 1952 Lincoln Wheat Penny with a mint mark turns up, that's a red flag for rarity, a potential anomaly, an accidental miracle of minting. And it gets even better, because some experts believe these rare pieces came from experimental strikes, unauthorized releases, or even special presentation sets not listed in public records. Now picture this. A collector walking into an auction house with a glimmering 1952 Lincoln Wheat Penny bearing a mint mark, struck in proof. The room hushes. Bidders check their catalogs twice. Whispers turn to gasps, because what's in that man's hand might just be one of the few examples known to exist. And if it's genuine, authenticated, and in pristine condition, it's worth more than a brand new car, more than a luxury vacation, more than some people's entire salary for a year. Let's be real. Coin collectors across the country, from Florida to California, from seasoned dealers to passionate eBay hunters, are obsessed with this coin. Just search phrases like 1952 Lincoln Wheat Penny rare, 1952 proof penny with mint mark value, or 1952 Lincoln cent worth big money, and you'll see just how hot this topic is. Now, here's where the story gets greedy, in the best way. Not long ago, a stunning example of a 1952 Lincoln Wheat Penny with mint mark from a proof set sold at auction for $35,000. And that wasn't even the highest. Another example, verified by top-tier grading services and preserved in near-perfect condition, went for an eye-watering $55,000. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny, $55,000. This isn't a fantasy. This is real coin collecting. This is the reason treasure hunters, garage sale goers, estate sale flippers, and antique store browsers all dream of finding that one coin. So check your jars, re-examine your folders, Look through any old proof sets you inherited or bought without thinking twice. Because the next rare 1952 Lincoln Wheat Penny with mint mark might just be sitting in your collection, and you might be holding a small copper fortune. Whether you're a diehard collector or just curious about coins worth serious money, one thing's for sure. This coin is not just a piece of history. It's a gateway to a potential payday that turns heads, shocks collectors, and inspires legends. Now tell us in the comments, have you checked your coins lately? Would you sell a 1952 Lincoln Wheat Penny for $35,000? Or would you hold out for the full $55,000? Episode 3. Have you ever dreamed of stumbling upon a penny that's worth more than a brand new car? Maybe even more than a house? Well, what if I told you that a simple 1-cent coin from 1953, yes, just a wheat penny, could be hiding a jaw-dropping secret? One that could explode your bank account with tens of thousands of dollars? Today, we're diving deep into one of the most surprising, rare, and shockingly valuable coins ever minted by the United States, the 1953 Lincoln Wheat Penny from the official U.S. proof set. And trust me, once you hear the full story behind this little copper gem, you'll be racing to check your old change jars, coin albums, and inherited collections. Because this coin isn't just rare, it's the kind of find that makes collectors and treasure hunters lose sleep at night. Let's start with this. 1953 was a transitional time in American coinage. The country was booming after World War II, the economy was flying high, and millions of people were beginning to collect coins for the first time. The U.S. Mint responded by producing beautifully struck proof coins for collectors, specially made coins with mirror-like finishes and razor-sharp details. Now, here's where the magic happens. The 1953 Lincoln Wheat Penny from the proof set wasn't just any penny. It was struck with extra care, using polished dies and planchets. That alone makes it special. But what skyrockets its value into the stratosphere is a deadly combination of extreme rarity, pristine condition, and collector demand so hot it practically sizzles. These proof coins were never meant to be used in circulation. They were tucked away in sleek, government-issued proof sets, many of which were broken apart, damaged, or simply lost over the decades. Fewer still have survived in perfect or near-perfect condition. That's what makes a top-grade 1953 Lincoln Wheat Proof Penny so desirable today. Now here's the kicker. A select few of these coins, graded at the highest levels by professional coin grading services like PCGS or NGC, have recently sold for eye-watering amounts. We're talking about the kind of prices that leave collectors stunned and newcomers speechless. Imagine holding a 1-cent coin that doesn't just look beautiful under the light, but is so flawless, so crisp, and so rare that serious collectors are willing to pay anywhere from $38,000 to $50,000. Yes, you heard that right. That's the value range for a top-grade 1953 Lincoln Wheat Penny from the U.S. proof set. Not in theory, this is real money that people have already spent on verified coins. Think about that for a second. A tiny copper coin, minted over 70 years ago, now worth the same as luxury cars, a down payment on a home, or multiple years of college tuition, all because of rarity, history, and condition. That's what makes coin collecting not just a hobby, but a thrilling treasure hunt. If you're lucky enough to own a 1953 proof penny in perfect condition, you could be sitting on a small fortune and not even know it. So go ahead, check your proof sets, scan your coin albums, and dig into those forgotten collections. Because that shiny little wheat penny might just be your golden ticket. For more coin stories, insane values, and hidden gems in your pocket change, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a single treasure. Episode 4. Imagine finding a tiny copper coin in your old collection and realizing it's worth more than a brand new car. Yes, we're talking about a single penny, just 1 cent, but not just any cent. This is the legendary 1955 Lincoln Wheat Penny with a mint mark, taken straight from a proof set, and it could be sitting in someone's pocket change without them even knowing its hidden fortune. But what makes this coin so insanely valuable? Why is this specific penny from 1955 with a mint mark hunted by collectors all over America? And most importantly, could you be the next person to find this rare coin and cash in on its shocking value? Let's dive into the mystery, the history, and the money behind the 1955 Lincoln Wheat Penny with mint mark from a proof set that could unlock a treasure trove of thousands of dollars. Stay with us, because this might just be the most exciting penny story you'll ever hear. In the heart of the 1950s, America was changing. Post-war optimism was soaring. Rock and roll was just taking off. But quietly, deep inside the U.S. Mint, something rare and remarkable was created, something that collectors today would come to call one of the holy grails of American coin collecting. The 1955 Lincoln Wheat Penny, with a bold mint mark and struck in a proof set. Now don't confuse this with the more common 1955 pennies. No, this version is in a class of its own. This coin is a rare proof strike, made with mirror-like perfection, a process reserved only for special collector sets. And the inclusion of the mint mark sets it apart from millions of others. That tiny mark, that tiny detail is what transforms an ordinary penny into a coin worth tens of thousands of dollars. Proof coins are not made for circulation. They're made for legacy, for collectors, for history. And the 1955 Wheat Penny with mint mark and proof quality is one of the rarest gems among them. Let's talk condition. Most coins from the 1950s have seen wear and tear, scratches, dulling, damage from years of use. But proof coins? They were struck multiple times with high pressure to bring out every detail of Abraham Lincoln's portrait and those iconic wheat ears on the reverse. They have deep, sharp features and often look like they were just struck yesterday, even decades later. Now imagine a 1955 Lincoln Wheat Penny with mint mark in flawless proof condition, preserved all these years in its original mint set. That coin is not just rare. It's museum-level rare. Collectors, dealers, and numismatic experts fight to get their hands on one. And when they do, they don't hold back. Auction houses across the United States have seen bidding wars erupt over this very coin. Not for dimes, not for dollars, but for tens of thousands. In recent years, a certified 1955 Lincoln Wheat Penny with mint mark from a proof set, in pristine condition, has sold for as much as $45,000. And some have gone even higher, with final sale prices reaching up to an astonishing $55,000. Yes, you heard that right. 1 cent, 1 penny, worth up to $55,000. This is not fantasy. This is cold, hard numismatic reality. So how can you tell if you have the golden, or should we say copper, ticket? Look for these signs. First, the coin should have a mirror-like surface with razor-sharp details. That's proof quality. Second, check for the mint mark just below the date. It could be a small S for San Francisco, which struck proof coins in that era. Third, the coin must be uncirculated, preferably still in its original proof set packaging or slabbed by a professional grading company like PCGS or NGC. And lastly, certification. Coins of this value need expert authentication. If you think you've got one, do not spend it. Don't clean it. Don't toss it in a drawer. Get it evaluated by a reputable dealer or grading service immediately, because you might be holding a piece of American history and a life-changing amount of money in the palm of your hand. So why does this coin matter so much? It's not just about age or scarcity. It's about mystery. It's about the thrill of the hunt. It's about discovering something so small, yet so powerful that it can change your day, your week, maybe your entire life. The 1955 Lincoln Wheat Penny with mint mark, especially from a proof set, is not just another coin. It's a legend in the world of numismatics. And its value? It sits in the elite range of $45,000 to $55,000. So check your collections. Look inside those old coin albums. Open that forgotten proof set, because that 1 cent coin might just be your ticket to a fortune. If you found this story exciting, hit that like button, subscribe for more coin collecting treasures, and don't forget to drop a comment if you've ever seen or owned a 1955 wheat penny. Who knows? The next big discovery could be yours. Episode 5. Today, we're about to reveal a coin that hides in plain sight but holds a shocking secret. a small copper beauty that could explode your bank account. Yes, we are diving deep into the mystery and money behind the 1956 Lincoln Wheat Penny from the official U.S. proof set, a rare version of the iconic coin that's got collectors hunting day and night. This isn't just another penny. No, this is a coin born from brilliance, crafted with precision, and destined for greatness. It was struck not for circulation, but for collectors only. And today, some of these special coins have risen to outrageous prices in the collector market. If you've got this coin, especially in flawless mirror-like condition, you could be holding on to something worth more than just a few cents. You could be looking at tens of thousands of dollars. Now, let's rewind the clock. The year is 1956. Eisenhower is in the White House. Elvis is shaking up the airwaves, and the U.S. Mint is quietly releasing one of the final Lincoln Wheat Pennies before the design changes forever just 3 years later. This particular penny, struck in Philadelphia, was part of the famous Proof Set series, a series made not for spending, but for showcasing the Mint's highest craftsmanship. And what makes this proof coin so special? We're talking about mirror-like fields, ultra-sharp detail, and a finish so flawless that the coin looks like it's been frozen in time. These coins were double-struck using specially prepared dies and polished blanks, giving them their signature deep cameo contrast and flawless surface. These aren't just coins, they're tiny works of art. But wait, here's where it gets crazy. Among these 1956 proof pennies, there are a few rare survivors graded as PR69 Deep Cameo, the elite of the elite, the top dogs of penny collecting. And these ultra-high-grade examples don't just impress collectors, they command enormous prices at auction. We're talking real cash, not pennies, not nickels, not dimes. Try 45,000 to 55,000 US dollars. Let that sink in for a second. A single penny, just one tiny coin from the 1956 proof set, can sell for $45,000 to $55,000 if it's in pristine condition. That's more than most cars, more than a year's rent, more than a luxury vacation to Europe and back. And the best part? There are still proof sets out there. In closets, in drawers, in old collections. And someone, maybe even you, could be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. Collectors across the U.S. are desperately searching for the 1956 Lincoln Wheat Penny proof coin, especially ones graded by PCGS or NGC at the highest levels. Look for deep cameo contrast, flawless edges, and no visible contact marks. If you find one that fits the bill, you may just have hit the numismatic jackpot. People ask, is the 1956 Wheat Penny worth money? The answer is a massive yes, especially if it's from the proof set and in near-perfect grade. This isn't hype. This is happening. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers have seen these coins bring in jaw-dropping bids, all because of their rarity, beauty, and undeniable place in U.S. coin history. So before you toss that old coin jar, before you sell that proof set on a whim, check your 1956 Lincoln Penny carefully. You could be holding a copper-colored ticket to thousands of dollars. And remember, we're not talking about the regular circulated 1956 penny. Those are worth a few bucks at most. We're talking about the high-grade proof strike, that shiny, perfect version hiding among old coin albums and forgotten collections. So tell me, do you have the one? The gleaming 1956 proof Lincoln Penny? If you do, it could be worth $45,000 to $55,000 right now. No exaggeration. Real money. Real sales. Real value. Subscribe to HD Old Coins 51 for more unbelievable coin facts, market prices, and collector secrets. Turn on that bell so you never miss a video that could make you richer than you ever imagined. Because the next coin we talk about could be sitting in your hand.